How are we all doing? It's about nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, down a bit.
Yeah.
Up a bit, down a bit, to me, to you. First of all, thanks any Patreons or channel members watching this on the replay. We really appreciate your continued support. Twisted Hibbies here. My good friend Jason, 1 man, 1 year, 1 filly. Follow him on the gram. He's great. Half Greek. Good old Chris Grant. Nicky Northern British Gaming. Vegan Metalhead is going into quarantine and getting a COVID test.
Oh.
Ooh.
Hope that you're
Who
doing
have you
okay.
been snogging? Vegan Realist is up in air. Go Vegan Jackson, Robert Pacino, all the regs. Look at this, is great. Angharad is in here. Can everyone please send Angharad some love? She's not been feeling very well lately. I'm going to send her some hench hearts. Hench hearts are the most valuable, but any hearts will help. They do help in the healing process. Angharad's mum, if you're watching, I just wonder if you've ever tried CBD oil for Angharad. I mean, I know it's not everyone's cup of tea, so I won't be offended if you say no. But if you've not tried it, I would like to send you some if you'd accept it. Can you mute me? Yeah, if you shoot me an email and just let me know if you do want it, just where to ping it over to, and you know, maybe it won't do a thing, maybe it'll help. I hope it does. Yeah, let me know if you'd like some, and I will happily ping some over. Doodle Machine has kindly donated 2 Canadian bucks. Good, that is good old
Is it a
Andre.
recent, is it recent or is it old? Oh, another one's come on the screen.
Oh God.
It's this old thing again.
This is the 3rd stream in a row where all the super chats
from several weeks.
react.
Just
If
keep
any of you
popping up.
guys happen to super chat tonight, do let us know, because we might miss it, because this is just.
I suppose.
Have I got to turn it off and on again? Moon cat.
It's so weird, isn't it? It's just gonna keep doing it, I think.
Yeah, it's just going to keep doing it. Have I got to like uninstall it and I don't know.
Oh God.
Bloody computers, they get on my nerves. Angharad, hello, my ma'am. Oh, ma'am. I don't often hear people pronouncing it, ma'am. That's really cute. My ma'am and I are very happy to be resting here. It's really good to have you, lovely. It's really nice to see you.
Yeah.
Michael Askew's in the house. Vegan Moon Cat. Chatting to him earlier. He's doing great in the world, can I say? He's doing great. Mark Crossy's in the house. Richard Benham. Cookie Hacker. Cookie. How's all our sound and everything? Is the music too loud or too quiet? Is our voices good? I know my English is rubbish.
I can't change my voice, so hopefully you don't say my voice is good.
Stacey Langley's here. Good old Stacey Langley. Cookie Hacker. Anyone else struggle to communicate effectively with people? I feel like I am understood and understand animals better.
Aww. Yeah, I love a bit of learning about communication. I don't feel like I used to have the best communication style or whatever at all, but I've learned and tried to evolve mine, get better over the years. I think one thing is like when I went vegan, I really wanted to be able to communicate effectively about veganism. It felt really important to me. I read a really good book that I recommend to you and everybody. It's called Non-Violent Communication. It sounds as though it's a book about communicating with people who are angry or violent. It's not. It's kind of like, I think it's a poor title actually for that book. It's just about.
I like it.
Do you? Okay.
So basically, it's about communicating peacefully and not causing friction. So like non-violent communication. I think it's perfect.
Okay then.
Each to their own.
Yeah.
I didn't want to invalidate your feelings there.
It's just great, and then obviously I studied counselling, but that book changed my life. I think I've read it like 4 times. Yeah, I'm the kind of person where I used to find it hard to communicate about things that I was unhappy about. So if I had to say to somebody, oh, you know, I didn't like it when you just did or said that, or you know, whatever, that book just really teaches you how to communicate in a way where you're not going to be rubbing people up the wrong way. So using terms like, would you be willing to, you know, like, it's like some people feel that they have a choice, you know, and not adding judgments into things, you know, communicating in a way where you're talking about how you feel and what you need, as opposed to saying you always do that and you're a bad person, you know, that kind of, or whatever you might say. Oh, it's amazing. And I've just recently, from my lovely mum, got a book for Christmas about communicating to people about veganism by Melanie Joy. It's called Beyond Beliefs. I haven't read it yet, but I've heard some really good things about it. And I've seen her talk in a YouTube video about some stuff that's in the book, and it sounded really great. So those are my two, recommendations. Dancing? Why not?
No. One man, 1 year. Trying to pay attention while I work. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. You too, my friend. And if you have any trouble, Jason, if you have any troubles today, can I just invite you to merely try turning it off and on again? That solves 99% of IT issues. If not, just phone me and Kat. That's what I do. Hexproof Anarchist. What up, firm? It's been a while since I've been in. Yeah, what have you been up to, my friend? You've been missed. All those hearts. That's lovely. Sarah Foy's up in there.
We've seen some people join the Discord recently, so that's really cool. Yeah, it's nice to welcome those people on there.
Vegemite Codbod is in the hay house. Robert Pacino, about the cold showers. Do you shower warm, hot before, or just cold? I find it's easier if you just go straight in the cold, because if you have it hot first, you're going from hot to like freezing. But you
I have a different perspective. I prefer to go into a lukewarm shower, not hot, just warmish, you know, bearable.
Is that more because you're like cleaning your bits and pieces though?
Yeah,
your
shaving, cleaning my hair, maybe I'll be 10, 15 minutes.
So if you weren't going to do that first, would you then maybe go in cold?
Yeah, probably. Because I'm up to like 5 minutes cold now, so yeah, I could just clean everything in that time and have it just cold. But yeah, so for the longest time what I've done is have it warm, do what I've got to do, then I'd put it cold for the last, say, 10 seconds and I'd get out, and then I extended the time, you know, over time. And now I've got to the point where like I can be there for 30 seconds cold or whatever, and then my front is just doesn't feel like it's cold, you know, it's cold anymore. Then I'll turn around to the back, get that shock, wait until it doesn't feel cold anymore, and then I'll move to another bit, you know. So you can just like advance that over time, and honestly, it becomes so good, not at the time so much, but when you get out, you feel so invigorated, like you want to persevere through that, you know, challenge, because you start getting benefits from it. Well, I certainly have. I've felt some real joyful feelings when I've come out of the shower. And I was listening to Wim Hof talk about it and say, you know, he was saying like it can really help with depression and anxiety, because like, well, several reasons, but like if you think about it, if you're, say, depressed, you're really in your head, in your own world, and then it's hard to get out of it. But if you suddenly go in a freezing cold shower, you are not going to be thinking about those things, you know, all ruminating. You're suddenly just in the very present moment, like you're just brought to the moment. You can't escape it, you know. And then so you've cut. It's like a pattern disruptor. You've cut that pattern that you were stuck in, you know. And at least for a time, you've got out of that, and it just has like a knock-on effect, you know. It's great.
And Harad, thank you so much. That would be amazing. Oh, cool. Yeah. So, yeah, Linda, just ping me your address then, please, if you don't mind, and we'll get that sorted out. And I hope that's a benefit. It does help so many people in so many ways. Obviously, it doesn't help everyone in every circumstance, but it's got to be worth a go. Chemo, is it a bad idea to eat olive oil if you struggle to eat enough calories? If you're replacing like meat and dairy and coconut oil with olive oil, that's a good idea. But if you're eating an otherwise whole foods plant-based diet and then you add an oil in, like the net result is likely your health is not going to be as good over the long term. So I would suggest I go heavier on nuts, seeds, whole nut and seed butters, and avocado when I struggle to eat enough calories. So in the whole food form with the fibre, the fats act much differently.
Purple piplups in the house.
Oh, purple piplup. You're very welcome, Angharad. You're very, very welcome. Thanks, guys. You both sound lovely. You sound lovely in British AF. That's funny.
I've gone blurry.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Get more forwards, madam.
Okay. You keep hitting me in the boob if I sit too far forward.
Oh, no. Sarah Foy, make some of the peanut butter cookies from your last video. And bang, you can't stop eating them. Yeah, I ate a whole batch this morning. I only meant to eat about half of them. I ate the whole batch. I'd already eaten some sunflower seed cheese spread and some. I had a chia pudding with a load of grapes, and then I just had a whole load of cookies.
Oh god.
They were so good.
Can you do the trick? Because I'm still all blurry.
Oh, by the time I go on there, that'll change.
Okay.
But I'll have a go for you. Click.
Oh, that's
Has
fine.
it done it? I don't know why I bother. That's the last time I try it. Right. Yusuf is in the house. Good to see you. You're welcome, Cookie. Stacey, I've just been getting into reading just lately. Just started with Hoff's new book. So interesting.
Oh, I didn't know you had a book.
What's it called?
Very good.
Gemma Hench, should I log on and disable notification until we fix it? Yes, please. That would be amazing.
I guess we'll see.
Oh, has it stopped now? Oh no, it's still going.
We'll
Isn't it?
see that it'll come above here if we get a new one, I guess, won't we? But
Yeah, but will we notice it? You'll have to shout us in the chat. Okay, Mooncat, I'll activate Quick Ass. That's our language for quick assist.
whatever's going on there is so weird. It's such a random error to happen, isn't it?
Oh, and there's a code 275201. 275201.
I like seeing them all. It makes me feel rich.
Waiting for Halapa. Thanks, Mark. You are an absolute star. There's not many people who've got an in-house IT like mid-live stream, is there? We're very blessed. Allow him.
He will see our files. Oh, God.
Oh, no. Sawyer Jones is in the house. Good to see you, madam. Bathometricon.
He's doing
I know that name. Oh, I can't. Right, where was I? Sorry, guys. Oh, I think I'm all right now. Mark nicked my cursor. I got lost. Timo, how to make sure omega-3 and 6 are in balance without tracking? I eat 2 tablespoons of flax a day. Don't eat more than about 8 tablespoons of other nuts and seeds, and that'll be about right. Hexproof. I've been working a lot with my family garage door business and starting up a website with my wife and daughter so we can sell some of our stuff, like crafts and jewellery and art. Nice. Yeah, that's great.
Cool.
It's good to have a side hustle. You might like to try start up a little YouTube channel or something, showing you making it, and you never know. Like if that takes off, that's a great way to bring in traffic.
I'm afraid to say another super chat just came on the screen that was old because I recognised the words from it.
Mark,
It didn't work.
you should have just turned it off and on again.
Oh, thank you. It's so helpful.
Hexproof is enjoying the snow in Colorado. Wow. Colorado does look beautiful. DJ Cat, did anyone watch the David Rams interview with that vegan teacher? I thought it was great. I watched a couple of minutes. Yeah, it's quite good what I saw. Guys, oh no, Gus. Hey, new subscriber here. Welcome to the channel, Gus. It's great to have you on board. Enjoying the videos, just starting on the vegan path. Nice. As I transition off meat, can you recommend good multivitamins while I sort out clean meals? I think the best ones are new ones from a company called Viva Life, who I'm actually a brand ambassador with. And the point is, they're based on all the latest science on what nutrients can vegans tend to lack in if, you know, they're not hot on their nutrition. And it's also the latest science on which are the most like absorbable ones, etc., like the best performing ones. So yeah, it's Vivo Life. They're in a white packet and they're little capsules. And they're 2 a day. If you want a discount code, 10% off, there's a link down there, code HENCH10. You can get 10% off your first order, but they'd be the best ones.
They also do a powder that's just powdered fruits and veggies. Is quite.
They
quite
do a
nice.
powder, which is whole foods, which is better to have whole foods. However, like there's just like a sort of more of a, not a random range of vitamins and minerals, but it just is what happens to be in those foods. And like they're not necessarily the things that you're going to potentially be missing, but you'll be more likely to cover yourself with these new capsules. So what I normally say is, you know, get all your nutrients from whole plant foods. Because you're new to vegan eating, you don't want to do that straight off the bat because you won't have enough what are called Prevotella bacteria that live in the colon. They process the fibre. And until you get a bigger accompaniment of those, if you put too much fibre in too quick, you know, you probably guess you're going to get gas, bloating, pain, potentially diarrhea, constipation, all sorts of things. And it's not that your body can't handle the foods, which is what some people say. Oh, my body doesn't like healthy foods. Like, that's ridiculous, isn't it? But, of course, the types of bacteria that live in the colon are predicated on the foods that historically we have been eating. So, yeah, over the weeks, I would say, you know, take out a bit of your animal products and preferably any processed stuff like, you know, crisps and cakes and stuff. And then add in a little bit more legumes, whole grains, fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds, week by week by week. You don't have to take like forever over it. You can do it in a few short weeks, but you'll have a better time of it if you do it slowly, which sounds like what you're doing. So that's very clever. But yeah, that supplement would probably be your best port of call. It's got all the really important ones in there.
The sexy ones.
Yeah, but I would encourage you over time, as you're able to, you know, if you want to optimize your health, because you're doing a lovely thing. Like you don't want to hurt animals. You know, perhaps you want to be kinder to the planet so that, you know, our children have somewhere to live. But, you know, also you deserve the best health. And the better health we're in, the more of a club that we're going to look like that people will want to join. So I would encourage you eventually, as far as possible, if you want the optimal health, to go more towards the whole foods. As I say, whole grains, legumes, fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, herbs and spices. And yeah, you'll get more, you know, out of it, obviously. But good on you. Let's have a round of applause, please, for Gus, who's transitioning to veganism.
There we go.
What a guy. Where in the world are you, Gus? Whereabouts are you based?
Sorry, Moon Cat, I think I did diss you too soon. It does seem to have stopped, yes. Sorry about my grumblings.
I'm going to double Moon Cat's wages for the day for that.
From nothing to nothing.
Right, where was I? Race lever, that vegan teacher swears like a trucker. Yeah, I was quite surprised at how much she swore. Carolyn Herbert again, she's back. Hello, I'm still reading from the shock about cacao powder being the bad boy. I can't believe I passed me by it. So a healthy option helps also. No, I think you might be confused. The cacao powder is pretty helpful. So the point about cacao cocoa powder, so normally you've got the whole food, which we say is usually the healthiest, nothing bad added, nothing good taken out. But with the cocoa bean or the cacao bean, you've got saturates in there. You've got these long and very long chain triglycerides, which raise your risk for heart disease. But with the cocoa or cacao powder, they actually take a lot of those out. And the net result is, if you're just having 1 or 2 tablespoons, that's not going to raise your risk for heart disease, but you've still got all the lovely magnesium and things like that. So actually, you can have some powder, is all right. Yeah, I don't know if we might have obviously got our wires crossed there, but it's like the nibs, the whole beans, cocoa butter, chocolates, which obviously have the cocoa butter in. These are the things that would raise your risk for heart disease. Insomnia Core, greetings, my fellow vegans. Good to see you back places and how's way. One man, 1 year. I posted up a follow-up blue skin video. For some reason, it's allowing me to enable comments. Please feel free to check it out. What is that on YouTube, one man? There is a section where you should be able to turn that on, but I'm guessing it's not letting you for some reason. That's really... I've never come across that in all my years. That's really weird. A book's called Wim Hof Method. That makes sense. Cookie got a full scholarship for T. Colin Campbell Centre for Nutritional Studies. Yeah, that is pretty exciting. Wow. Very good. Mikhail, why do I feel more powerful with animal protein versus plants? Because you've been indoctrinated since birth to think that's the way. The only difference I noticed is my recovery's faster. And I have less tendinitis. That's the only difference. I kept growing like stink when I went from eating animals to whole foods, plant-based, or a little bit of protein powder as well. Are you eating adequate protein? Make sure you're getting 1.6 grams of protein per kilo of leanish body weight if you're on a bulk there, or 2 grams if you're on a recomp or a cut. Is that a super chat? Super chat, yes. Insomnia Core kindly donated $2.79 Canadian. I convinced 2/6 of my siblings to be vegetarian. That's a very good start. Well done, you.
Good.
So a round of applause for Insomnia Core, and thank you for the super chat. Help keeping the beans on our toasts.
Sounds like you're leading by example, and yeah, maybe having some effective communication about your lifestyle, perhaps with them. Yeah, keep up the good work. Yeah, thanks for the super chat. That's very kind.
Yeah.
Very kind.
Right, where was I? Super chat. Insomnia Core is feeling flush today. Another T79. Happy to be in this wonderful community. We're happy to have you, and what a lovely thing. No question, just supporting local neighbourhood vegan YouTubers twice out of the kindness of their Canadian hearts, and we love you. Thank you. Bless you.
Yeah, Mooncat was saying maybe best to donate through YouTube because he's turned off notifications for Streamlabs, but we still can see it on here. We've got a little mini feed, haven't we? So
mini feed.
I don't think it matters. I think it's okay.
Jeff Carter, I keep my fat at 10% of my calories, whether cutting or bulking. Is it too low? It really depends more on your total fats. For a guy, personally, I wouldn't go lower than like 20 grams per day, just to make sure that you've got your bare minimums for making your, you know, like your steroid hormones and things. Brilliant in the house, good to see you. Ivan, any concerns with lectins? If you were to eat raw beans, I mean, you'd break your teeth anyway, but you could do yourself an injury. There's a lot of different types of lectins. Some of them actually are extremely health promoting and anti-cancer, but the naughty ones are typically destroyed by the cooking process. And this, the sort of, any amounts you get in a culinary kind of dose do not cause you harm. The simple fact is lectins are the most prevalent in legumes. If you look at the data on the people who eat the most legumes, the one thing they all have in common is they're all the longest lived people in the world. So that's some real reductionist science, and it's sort of painting all lectins with the same brush when some of them are really health promoting and you want them. Jackson Carrera, what do you think about Abby Sharp and all these YouTubers saying there's no such thing as bad food? I think they're bellends, absolute bellends, which they are. Gus, you're welcome. South near Bournemouth. Okay, and how's the vegan scene down that way? Ivan C, do you feed cowboy vegan cat food? Yeah, it's been. You do a bit of talking.
Oh no.
Why don't you field this one?
Don't worry about it. We feed her Benevo Complete cat food. She's been on it for several years. She's doing really well. We've got 2 videos. Is it 2 we've got now?
Yeah.
Yeah, all about vegan cats, and there's some science now to suggest that, yeah, they're fine. Vegan cats are fine. There's nothing to worry about.
The only science on vegan cat food either says that there's no difference or there may be a slight benefit in terms of kidney health, liver health,
Weight.
obesity. Yeah.
Yeah, make sure the food is a complete food.
It's got to be complete.
So
That's the point.
It has all the things in it that they need, and if you think about the crap basically that's in the cat food you buy in the supermarket, it's not what cats would eat. Cats, it's like leftover, snouts and bumholes and all sorts from or diseased animals, and animals they would never eat. A cat's not going to eat a cow or
Or a tuna.
like it's not.
I'd like to see a deep sea cat wrestling a tuna.
Yeah, and then they heat it, so the taurine's destroyed, so they put that back in a supplemental form. So it's not, in a lot of ways, it's like, it's no better, is it, than having the processed vegan food, if you sort of think about it. But, yeah.
Ivan C, you should make a video responding to Abby Sharp. Yeah, I should. Yeah, good point. I will do that one of these days. Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't already. Thanks, Moon Cat. You're welcome, Carolyn. You're very welcome. Cookie, I switched from cacao to carob. It's healthier and doesn't have stimulants, plus it's naturally sweet. Is it healthier? I mean, I know if someone's caffeine sensitive, that might be a bit of an issue, which I am. I don't know that it's healthier necessarily, but or maybe you know something I don't know.
But it is a good alternative.
But if you're caffeine sensitive, then it'd certainly be a better choice. But yeah, it's delicious, isn't it? We got some fresh carob pods when we were in Turkey with our friends, didn't we?
Yeah.
Ivan C. McDougall once said sleeping too much isn't good for depression. Max 7 hours. Do you know if there's any merit to this? My understanding of the best available data says 7 to 8 hours is optimal for like mental well-being. Oh God, it's jumped.
Does it depend if you're like healing from things as well? Like I think back to like, many years ago, and I would sleep 12 hours. I guess I had chronic fatigue at the time, and over the years it's gone down and down. I'm down to like 8 to 9 hours now. But yeah, maybe it's different if you're healing. Do you think? So I started letting myself wake up without an alarm. Just naturally, and that's how much I sort of slept.
We've worked for ourselves for the past few years now, so we can formulate our day around. Well, we can basically program it however we want. And when I get tired, but around sort of 9:30, 10, I tend to be in bed by 10, and then I'm up 7.5, 8 hours later, and I'm wide awake and feeling amazing. I'm feeling the best I've ever felt in my life. And I think we've said it before, but having to scare yourself awake with an alarm clock, starting your day in fight or flight.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not the best for your health. I know not everyone's got the same luxuries that we have, but maybe try to get to bed a bit earlier if you struggle. Mr. Lavicavaka 7, Lavicvac. I'm trying to go vegan, but need a good cookbook recommendation to get me started. Any recommendations? Yeah, Virtuous Vegan Desserts and Where Do You Get Your Protein by Hench Herbivore. If you're into your weightlifting, where do you get your protein, or any sports really, that will be a go-to one. If you like your desserts, but you want them healthy, that's a good one. But there's loads of really good books. Who else is good?
Dr. Gregor, How Not to Die cookbook.
We've not had a bad meal out of there, have we?
Yeah, we've got
super healthy as well.
Flavour on the bookshelf. That's really nice.
Oh, that's the Forks Over Knives sequel, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's good.
We've got a book Thrive, that's good, but it's not enough photos. I don't like it when books haven't got a photo for every recipe, so I'm not so keen on that.
Vegan Reacher's book, would you recommend?
Yeah, Vegan Reacher, Indian Cooking, I think it's called.
Indian Kitchen.
If you like Indian food.
I do.
That's great. Don't know what else.
Will Bulsevic's book has got Fibre Fuel. That's got some recipes, isn't it? That's good.
Yeah, it's more though to if you need to do a low FODMAP and a reintroduction diet though. That's more what that one is, I suppose.
Yeah, so there are top pick. Any websites you'd recommend?
Oh, it's so hard to think off the top of my head. I'm sure there's loads. Can anyone else recommend any in the chat, please? There's got to be loads of great websites. I just can't think in this very moment.
Vegan Potterhead's in the house. It's going great. Thanks, lovely. How are you? Good to see you.
Super chat.
Super chat. It's Insomnia Care. They're so generous. Is palm oil vegan friendly? Brackets for the environment. My understanding is that pretty much none of it is environmentally friendly. They do say on some of them, like sustainably sourced. Now, my understanding of that is that they are self-regulated, and all they have to do is agree that they're going to make changes to make it sustainable within 10 years. So my understanding is no. Not only that, palm oil is another one, like coconut oil, like cocoa butter, that will give you heart disease as though you're eating animal products. It's one of those three, what we call tropical oils. So there's two reasons why I wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. I really wouldn't.
We just had a super chat through Streamlabs.
Aye,
Hi.
lovely. Carolyn, bless your heart. Connie donated $4.99. Very generous. You're great for giving us all this valuable information. She's not even got a question.
What?
She's just supporting her local neighbourhood vegan YouTubers. With the kindness of her heart.
Oh,
what a lovely lady.
very
Thank you,
kind.
Carolyn. That's much
It
appreciated.
was really kind. And we did see that on the screen, so that's strange. But all the mega, bonkers ones have stopped, but
That's how good Mooncat is. Can't believe you criticised him. Autumn Berry, that is a great name. Hi guys, hope all is well with you. I wondered what people are thinking about this COVID vaccine. Thanks.
we think we probably don't talk about
I
it.
don't
on stream.
I don't want to say anything.
Yeah.
I've got mixed feelings, if I'm honest. I've got mixed feelings, but yeah, I don't like to get into it because some people are so.
Strong in their views about it.
Yeah,
which is
and then
fine,
some people tend to fall out, and yeah, I'd rather not go there. But feel free if anyone else wants to chat about it. But please don't kick each other's heads in. Ivan C, is CBD safe? My understanding is yes. The NHS, like the National Health Service in the UK, they prescribe it now. And,
That's mad. That is.
yeah, I've been doing the maximum dose for how long do you reckon? A couple of years?
Yeah, at least or more.
I've been on the max dose they recommend for my site. Actually, I was doing double by accident. I was doing the max dose they recommended for probably about a year and a half. And I'm absolutely fine.
You seem in a great mood, really energetic tonight.
Thank you. It's that CBD oil. Buy some. It's great. Link in the description.
sorry.
Give us your money.
Give us a nip and I don't need today.
There's not much left in there, so let me know if you need
You've
another
been
one.
nicking it all.
What have we got?
I only
Three
have
more?
one drop. I have one drop twice a day. Last me a million years.
I have loads of it all the bloody time.
You just
I've got
throw
so
it.
much I could just throw it on the floor. Whoa! Not made of CBD oil.
You just said you got loads of them.
Mikhail, what would you recommend for the best vegan proteins that's not powder? In the terms of whole foods, it's your legumes like lentils, black beans, chickpeas, split peas. And then in terms of not whole foods, seitan, which is like wheat gluten, tofu is very good. There's textured vegetable protein.
Tempeh is my favourite. I've been craving tempeh lately.
Tempeh, that's more of a whole foods one where it is processed, but it's processed in terms of they stuck a couple of whole foods together and fermented it. So actually the net result is it's healthier really probably than what it originally was.
Love me some tempeh bacon. Yes.
Right. Race Lever, what is a bellend? I can't say, I'm afraid. There are children present. Speaking of which, Ankarad, we really love your TikToks. Thanks, lovely.
Aww.
You are very kind. It's good to have Ankarad back, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dave Charles, if a little old lady in a supermarket said, oh, excuse me, dear, could you pass me a box of those eggs down from the shelf or something else non-vegan? What would you say? That's a really interesting question.
I've never been asked anything like that.
Wow.
Really good question.
My sort of knee-jerk reaction is like, no. But yeah, a poor little old lady, I think I would have to think twice.
I feel like you've got 3 options there, really. Like, pass them to her, don't pass them to her, and someone else will just do it anyway. Or like a third option is to like talk, have a conversation.
I think I would try to educate.
But
it's likely too late, but you never know.
Yeah.
But I would say, it's easy to say what you would say, isn't it? But if you do it at the time, it's another thing. But I would be tempted to want to try and say, I used to eat these all the time, but then I found out that in the egg industry, because male chicks don't lay eggs, and they're different chickens from the ones we breed to eat, not that that's any better, but they actually mince them alive on the day they're born or the next day, like these little chicks. And I feel like I don't want to be involved in that circle. And can I show you some alternatives which are plant-based, which means animals don't have to get hurt? And I'm really sorry, you know, I don't want to say no to you because you're a lovely lady, but
some great words.
Yeah.
I wonder if more of a health-focused answer could be better for someone if they're of an older
Well, I
generation.
thought that, but then I thought, well, people get stuck in their ways and think, well, I'm 80, like I'm not dead yet, like they can't be that bad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
You could go that
good
route
words.
as well. Oh, thanks. I done it good.
You've done it great.
That's what I hope I would do, but it's hard sometimes, isn't it? I certainly would feel bad about myself if I did.
You are great at opening up a conversation with someone. You get to the topic of veganism so quickly, so like naturally as well. Like it amazes me every time. You do it with taxi drivers and in supermarkets and everything.
What I'm hearing you say is, I'm great.
Yep.
Ivan C, I'm trying to get rid of this last pesky bloody fat, can't afford to lose any more weight. Any advice? Recomp. So stick to maintenance calories, so your weight's not staying the same week by week. It is staying the same week by week. And then try to get a little stronger in some of the compound lifts, squats, deadlifts, bench press, shoulder press, rows or pull downs, that sort of thing. Try to get a bit of muscle on you, and in that way you won't lose any weight. Just, slow, steady, progressive overload. Vanilla Buddy's in the house. Good to see you again.
Just make my hazel fairy, my facial fairy.
2000 XLT, opinion on substitute for collagen powder, thanks. You will just need to eat protein because collagen is made from proline. It's escaped me now. I actually did a video on this. If you type Hench Herbivore collagen, you'll actually get the science. Is it valine and proline? Anyway, there's 2 amino acids and then any one other amino acid. And then they're sort of glued together in like a double helix or something. And you need like zinc, you need, vitamin C, copper. You basically need to eat real food to get the components. Now, whether you eat collagen or you eat other foods containing those nutrients, it gets broken down into its constituent nutrients before it enters the bloodstream through the wall of the small intestine. So just because you're eating collagen doesn't mean to say you're going to build collagen. We build 2 million odd different kind of proteins. I mean, that's what is that? A peptide, isn't it? We build millions of different peptides. You're just basically gluing amino acids together, and it requires a couple of vitamins and minerals. So yeah, all you need to do is eat real food. And yeah, again, the fact that you eat collagen doesn't mean to say that your body is going to form those components into collagen. It'll form into whatever it needs, basically. So I know, like, sort of anecdotally, people say, oh, like, that's been the savior of my life, eating, like, collagen. But there's no science to back it up. So it's likely nonsense. Yes. Vanilla Bunny, I need motivation to work out and eat healthy. Gyms are closed here and I'm back to eating sweets and all that.
Aww. you need a compelling vision of what you want to achieve, you know, like sometimes people like suddenly get really in shape when they've got a wedding coming up or something, don't they? Do you know what I mean? Like something, so you want to give yourself like some kind of reason to do it, some kind of motivation, like maybe you want to like fit in an old dress, or you want to be in the best shape you've been in so that you can like, you know, so your heart rate's lower, or you're healthier, or like whatever it is, and then like maybe like write down your goal and look at it every day, like put it on the fridge or something, or like get a photo of you the way that you used to look, that you want to look like, if that's a thing for you, you know, and put that up so you keep like reminding yourself of your goal. Like that's my thinking.
For me, my motivation is I want to look the best I can to save the most animals, because I eat more animals than anyone I've ever met, and I've got a lot of making up to do, and that really fuels me. Another idea is, I would say, like hire a trainer or, you know, a nutritionist, some sort of coach. And another really good idea is to make yourself accountable, particularly if you don't want to go to the expense of what I just said. Post online what you're trying to do, you know, do regular like monthly or weekly updates. And, you know, I physically have to keep in shape because I am a fitness YouTuber, so I've got no choice and people see me. So that helps you keep on the straight and narrow. But yes, it's good to have, as Gemma says, a really compelling reason. And I know the better I look, the more animals I save. Like a couple of years back, I really dialed in the diet and got in the best shape of my life. And I had so many people wanting nutrition and workout plans, you know, and some of them went vegan before, you know, that this powerful stuff. So, you know, and I'm not saying that maybe that's not what's going to motivate you, but think of something else that can motivate you in that way, not necessarily just for, you know, the way that you look or whatever.
Music's really powerful for motivation as well. Like maybe if you can't be bothered to get up and do your movement, maybe you could put on some music that's like fast paced and that you'd enjoy working out to, and just put it on until you like feel more inspired. And I could recommend cold showers. They perk you up so much. Get in the cold shower, or have it warm and then put it cold for a time, however long you can, and just really like fire up your system. I play like really good music when I'm in the cold shower. Music that makes me think, yeah, I'm gonna really like smash this day, you know, because otherwise I can't do it. Like I need at this stage some external motivation, you know, to help me. Yeah, and you do that often before you work out, don't you? And it gets you really, really going.
I love a bit of it.
When a workout buddy, like if you could work out like outside, if you could go for a walk or run or whatever with someone outside, doing it with someone else, that really helps. Not like that.
Redrot, hey, new to your channel. Welcome, it's good to have you on board, my friend. What plant food best imitates meaty texture? I mean, there are mock meats now. I've not tried them, like they're not going to be the healthiest. I would say some mushrooms, maybe like a portobello or something like that could potentially, and it's got quite that umami taste as well. But really, I mean, it's not a whole foods, but it's not terribly unhealthy. That would be seitan. It's not unhealthy unless you've got a wheat, like a gluten allergy. But yeah, seitan, I've recently added it into the diet and I'm really enjoying it. I have a little bit of barbecue sauce on there, and yeah, I really, really love it. And welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining. Yusuf, hey guys, I have a question to ask. I have a bit of a habit of eating mixed legumes, beans, lentils, Monterey all day from long lasting container tins. I wonder if this is healthy to consume. Are you saying like canned? Is that what you mean? If so, it's probably not the best way. However, I do eat canned beans, if I'm honest. Yeah, I don't worry too much. But I wouldn't eat much else other than kind of beans out of a can. Well, the odd can of tomatoes we have, don't we? And that might not be the best because they're quite acidic, and then you've got the lining of the can, which is full of xenoestrogens. I've not grown boobs yet, so I'm not going to worry too much, but I wouldn't eat everything out of a can. That's the kind of limit, really. And maybe pineapple once every 2 months. Mind you, we get our one from Exotic Fruits UK now, don't we?
Yep.
Oh yeah, we could put that in
bean and pineapple stew. Yeah, we always have it in a fruit salad, don't we? Yeah. Well, it'll get warm enough for some ice cream soon. We could make ice cream out of loads of tropical fruits. passion fruit, no, what's it called? Dragon fruit and ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it?
I'm in. Suren, hey all, anyone going to Vegan Camper in August? Yes!
If it goes ahead, yes.
Who else is going? Comment yes.
Well, we do not have any tickets yet. We should get some.
We didn't have any. I just want to say, Gemma, you are so beautiful.
Ah, you're beautiful for being so giving of love and like compliments and kindness. Thank you.
So Jones just bought Fibre Field, very good. Oh, when you spelt it right. Well, in the UK, oh no, I think you've spelled that right. Fibre, I think, is spelled E-R for the title because it's American, but we spell it R-E. But Fueled, yeah, with one L. Are we double L? Oh no, I think the book is spelled double L. Yeah, it's sort of totally wrong for it. So if you were like in the UK and you're looking for that book, like you could struggle to find it. It's really weird. Oh, yesterday was Dr. Campbell's birthday. Very cool. Engine 2 diet. Yeah, that's good. Blake Anthony's in the house. Good to see you.
This music's good.
Thanks. I think I've had this in a video, haven't I? Sawyer has had both COVID jabs and been fine, sore arm, bit tired, wanted hash browns. I said, I can understand that. I wouldn't mind some hash browns. A little bit of beans. Hash browns and beans with a little barbecue sauce stirred in.
Oh, you missed this one.
Oh, Insomnia Care. I found my calling. I want to become a vegan advocate in Canadian politics. Very good. Yeah, that's where we need the effort. Very good. I love it. Am I miles behind? How far behind am I? Should I skip forward a little bit?
Yeah, we're almost at the end.
We came on a little bit late. Let's do another 7 minutes or so, if you're up for it.
Yeah.
Insomnia Core, how do I get my member badge to show next to my name? It should automatically do it. Have you joined? Have you Insomnia Core?
Been a member 6 days through Patreon. If it's through Patreon, then it doesn't show anything on YouTube. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, is it specifically channel membership that you've done there? Because that's the only way to get a badge. But it should do it straight away, I would have thought.
Tell us more.
Tell us more things.
Yeah. Oh, super chat through Streamlabs.
Aye, Red Rock kindly donated
kind.
£3 Great British pounds. I weigh 214 kilos. Have a severe appetite and binge eating problem. No craving, not very picky, just hungry. What foods do you think would satiate me best? Less calorie per gram speaking. So go completely whole foods, plant-based. You want to emphasize legumes, whole grains, fruits and vegetables. You want to have some nuts and seeds, but you want to limit those. And just go ham on the sort of herbs and spices, that sort of thing, to make your food really tasty. So really, if you look at a plate, you probably want about a quarter of it to be beans, chickpeas, split peas, lentils, that sort of thing. About a quarter of it to be like a whole grain, like quinoa, whole wheat pasta, you know, whatever sort of, but make it a whole grain rather than a white, like a refined grain. And then half your plate at least, I would whack on loads of low calorie vegetables. So all your greens, your brassicas, you know, the cruciferous vegetables. You want a bit of like yellow, orange, red coloured produce throughout the day as well. A bit of fruit. The lower calorie fruits would be best. Berries are particularly good, particularly strawberries. What's a more higher calorie? Something like a blueberry is actually fairly high-ish in calories. So not so much of those, but blackberries, raspberries. And then, yeah, not too much in the way of nuts and seeds. A couple of tablespoons of flax or chia, or maybe even 3.5 max, just to be safe. Make sure you've got all your omega-3. And then the other nuts and seeds, you don't want more, you make basically about the same amount again in other nuts and seeds. if you're going kind of lower cal, I would add in a Brazil nut because that'll give you your selenium. And then, as I say, plenty of herbs and spices to make it tasty. And if you get hungry, just add in more low-calorie vegetables because it'd be so hard to overeat on vegetables. This is what I do when I'm doing a cut for like bodybuilding. And, the fat just falls off me and I'm never hungry. The trick is to just really fill yourself up. Really, really fill yourself up. And if you stick to the whole foods, pretty soon you will enjoy the taste of whole foods and you won't crave other foods unless you let yourself get hungry, which you shouldn't do. Just keep yourself really full. And if you happen to eat something a bit junkier, like a donut or something, then your kale's going to taste pretty mank and you're not going to enjoy it and you probably fall off the wagon. So I say just no cheats, just if you can do it for 3 weeks, I mean, do you know what I mean? 3 weeks out of your life, I'm sure that anyone, if they really wanted it, could just eat whole foods for 3 weeks. Once you've got past that hurdle, I never look back. I never, ever, ever look back. I've not wanted to eat junk food. And it's just keeping yourself full and you can. This is the only way of eating. There was the Broad study out of New Zealand at the end of 2016, and they got the people in the study to eat ad libitum, i.e. as much of those foods as they wanted. On average, they all lost a pound of fat per week, eating as much as they wanted. Their blood pressure, their cholesterol, their triglyceride levels all came down to within the healthy range too. So not only does it naturally make you your ideal weight, but it naturally stops you from getting heart disease and things as well. It's what we're born to eat. I'm so convinced of it. Good luck and thanks for the super chat. That's really kind.
And I would say get yourself some support, for the binge eating. We always do things for a reason, and there'll be some reason why you're doing that, and the help of a counsellor or someone who's has a different perspective and can help you to dive deeper into what's happening and what why you're doing certain things and where that comes from. It's so invaluable. I really think that
they're worth their weight in gold, aren't they?
So much, yeah. We can try to figure these things out on our own, but sometimes we can get stuck in a pattern for years, and we can't get out of it, or gain insight about it. And don't waste your life, sort of being in a pattern of something if it's not serving you and if you're not happy with it. And counsellors are so amazing. I really think that I think everyone should have a counsellor. Yeah, and we all deserve support, for the things that we're going through. Yeah, I just want to say I've briefly seen some chat between Sawyer Jones and Racely, but it's about vaccines. You said feel free to talk about vaccines.
I shouldn't have said that, should I?
You shouldn't have said it.
Don't talk about vaccines.
And I think it's started to get to a point where you two aren't happy with each other, and so I like you both, and I want to say, please leave that conversation and
please choose kindness.
Let's all get along, and maybe you got some opposing views on that and it's got to a point where you're upset with each other.
Yeah, I don't want to see you guys fall out. I won't love you.
Yeah.
It's like seeing your kids falling out.
Yeah, I think there's been a super chat. Has there? Or has it gone away?
It's not come up on...
Yeah. Oh, it's old again. It's Palmer for anything. Yeah, it's old.
I think that is, isn't it? We have spoken about that tonight, haven't we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Scroll
there.
up.
That's there, look. You can see it.
Yeah, but scroll up so we can see the... Oh, it's
that
wrong.
Is up.
Oh, right, okay. It's gone funny again.
Where was I? I don't know where I am. Sarah Foy is going. Stacey Langley's going. Yeah, 80% of the tickets sold apparently. Vegan Moon Cat Hench Herbivore said if he sees me at Camp Out, he'll push me over and take my pocket money, so I'm not going. Vegan something. Anyone else weirdly into frugal fruit and veg shopping in the reduced section in supermarkets? What are your priorities? Fine, Stately. I've got a pineapple small, 38p. I'm pretty stoked.
That's very cool.
That sounds like your sort of bag.
Well, we don't go into supermarkets much anymore, do we?
Not at the right time to get those bargains either, I think, if we do go.
Oh, we do go to Lidl. Yeah. So we don't do that so much. I used to like a site where it had what was that site where everything was past its best before, but still like edible. More like the packaged stuff, and it was all like vegan products. They had like beauty products.
Oh yeah, didn't Family Freedom?
Canned
draw attention
goods
to.
and like all sorts. Yeah, that was a really interesting site, but I can't remember the name, so that was a complete waste of your time to hear that whole conversation. I'm really sorry about that.
Sarah Foy, what is the best tempeh brand? Never actually tried it before. It's a bit of an acquired taste, but if you flavour it well, I think you'll enjoy it. I don't think I have a preferred brand really.
Of what is it, sorry?
Tempeh.
Tempeh, no, me neither. Okay, I would like to say, can Sawyer Jones and Ray Sleever not speak to each other anymore? Just the rest of the room, but not each other.
Stop that.
And thank you, please. And
or we'll give you both a thick ear.
please and thank you.
We'll make you cuddle each other in front of the whole classroom. That's what one of our teachers did in middle school.
Oh.
I don't know if that'd be allowed anymore. That's really embarrassing.
Or did you have to do it?
Yeah. Mooncat, that's weird. I turned notifications off and now the Streamlabs and YouTube chats are both showing properly through Streamlabs. I'm confused. Don't take a lot. Yvonne's in the house, evening to you. Thanks for joining. Hello, Smith. Do you have any tips for wanting to start a career in personal training and vegan nutrition? Sending you both so much stuff. Thank you. Have some of mine. Yeah, so I just I did a PT course. I'm self-taught with nutrition, but I did an online diploma in vegan nutrition as well. Yeah, that's really it. Kind of both disciplines really. I really got into PTing because I just, again, more self-taught. Like I just had a good physique, and people said, "Will you train me?" And eventually it's good to have the certs and that, I suppose. Well, in a lot of places it's essential now. But yeah, the best online course I've heard of for vegan nutrition is the eCornell certificate. Yeah, but there's such a both of those are such rewarding careers. I really, really highly recommend. Yeah, we need a mod. Ivan C, any suggestions on how to sleep more? Healthy, whole foods, plant-based diet. First thing in the morning, get outside, maybe go for a little walk, but more importantly than anything, get the blue wavelength. Just get the light in your eyes, basically, from the sun. That's the blue wavelength. That sets up your circadian rhythm. Don't eat within about 3 hours of bedtime. Don't be on any devices within about 3 hours of bedtime. If you can't do that, you probably can do that, but you don't want to, like me. But you can use like the Flux app, or you can turn your phone onto night mode. Just take out the blue light again. Have it as dark as possible. Wear sleeping mask if you have to. Have it as quiet as possible. Wear earplugs if you have to. Have it cool. Yeah. Anything else?
No caffeine, like later in the day, if that's if you're more sensitive, or if that could be an issue for you.
Tryptophan-rich foods, so not protein-rich, but tryptophan-rich. So more tryptophan, less of the other aminos. Closer to bedtime, so sesame seeds. Pistachios, but not for the tryptophan, for the melatonin. The other tryptophan foods are pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. Have some carbohydrate as well. Some people take out carbs before bed, claiming that raises your growth hormone. But it wouldn't be a clinical benefit. Like you have to take super physiological doses, like exogenous of these hormones, in order to have any real effect. But Yeah, not having carbs will make it harder for the tryptophan to jump the blood-brain barrier and then to form melatonin. So that's a load of old nonsense, what they say. And the thing about eating turkey is a load of old nonsense. They said eat turkey has got a lot of tryptophan. Again, it's got a lot of the other aminos though as well. So the aminos compete with each other for passage into the brain, basically. Not so many can pass the barrier.
Maybe figure out why you can't sleep. Oh yeah, CBD.
CBD, 4 hours before bed.
I always have mine like half an hour. I don't remember until really close. Yeah.
So I take mine at 6. That's when my alarm goes off.
But yeah, figure out why you can't sleep. So like, you know, have you got something
Lower
on your
your
mind?
stress.
Have you got a stress in your life? Maybe start meditating. Maybe meditate more in the evening. I sometimes, if I can't sleep, I'll take the idea of sleep off the table. I'll say, okay, I'm not trying to sleep now, I'm trying to meditate. And then I'll play something through some headphones or my eye mask. And I'll put on like a long meditation that's for the nighttime, so that when the meditation's over, it then plays just peaceful music for like hours. Like I'll listen to something like that, and often that will make me then fall asleep. Ones especially where it's like a body scan, you know, maybe you squeeze every part of your body and then you relax it or whatever, you know, that kind of stuff. That works for me.
Someone just asked, does that include not watching TV? Yeah, I mean, again, like if you wear blue blocking glasses or if you can use an app to take out the blue, that'll help. Maybe, you know, in an ideal world, you want to cut it out, but maybe you could do it just an hour, come off an hour before bed, and then if you read, apparently that really helps to get you set up for a good night's sleep. But yeah, take care of the stress in your life, meditate, cold showers, breath work.
Maybe ask yourself, like, how long has it been since I've had sleep troubles? You know, when did it start and what was happening around that time? You know, what is it I've got in my mind? You could try journaling. Some people like to journal like an hour or half an hour before bed or whatever. So it's literally like everything that's in their mind, they're getting it out, you know, just on some paper or whatever. And then you can go to sleep with like a clearer head because it's not all in there. So you've kind of just word vomited it out onto the page, you know. Any
toxic people in your life that just go round around your head, get rid of them. Sod them off.
Resolve things or get rid of them.
And like valerian root.
Melatonin.
Melatonin, which you can get as a supplement. What are some other teas? Valerian, chamomile.
Lavender. There's a tea we buy from Lidl actually that's got like lavender and valerian and chamomile, all these different. It's a nighttime one.
Sleep Well, it's called.
Yeah.
Tastes like an eraser, but it's all right. It does the job.
I think we're probably going in a minute. I just want to say, someone asked about cranberries. I happened to see that, cranberries for like UTIs. I used to suffer with, you know, them on and off, and I found the best thing for me was something called D-mannose, which is like cranberries. It works in a similar way. It's kind of like a sugar type thing. You get these little tablets or a powder you can put in a drink. So it's spelled like D, often a dash, and then mannose, M-A-N-N-O-S-E, something like that. But if you put that, Google that, or put that into somewhere like Amazon, you'll see loads of products. Get the most natural ones that just have that one thing in. And just for you, you can have the worst urinary tract infection that's so painful and you feel that urgency all the time. Have a couple of those with a glass of water, half an hour later, the urgency's gone. They're magic, honestly, really magic.
Now that's magic.
And they're natural, like a natural thing, really, you know. Could save you having to have like antibiotics or something, so definitely try that first before anything.
Right, I've got 1,000,001 things to do. Please, within the next 5 minutes, I should have a video go live on YouTube. It's a real good one today. Please give that a watch if you can. Is that a past super chat or is that a new one? I think that's a past one, is it?
Dunno.
Oh no. Red Rock only donated £4. Thanks so much. It's almost like healthy. It's just healthy. More and more ways we realise every day. I just have one more question. Sorry if you answered the video. But what are your thoughts on preservatives? Get rid of them. They'll just sort of pickle your organs, I think. I don't know if that's very scientific. I feel like they pickle you. That's not very scientifically put, but no, they're horrible. Really, really horrible for your health. Yeah, don't have them. don't have them. I think Dr. Greg has done a bit about them before, but yeah, really, really nasty.
It's another reason to get like supplements, you know, like any vitamins or whatever, like it's natural, like Vivo ones are like little tinctures, and that avoids having like magnesium stearate and all those. They don't have that in because, you know, they're in a different form, which is better for you. So yeah, vitamins is a real, or supplements is a real area where you get a lot of rubbish additives, and foods obviously. Yeah. Thank
you so much for the super chat. Right, we really, really must go. Thanks for all the super chats, keeping the beans on the toast.
And the wolves from the door.
And the cameras rolling, rolling. Thanks for keeping us troll free. If you're new here, we'd love you to become part of this wonderful community. You can do that by hitting the subscribe button, clicking the bell icon so you're notified of new videos. Yep. We'll have another live stream. I don't think we'll do Wednesdays for a bit going forward because I need to get more volume of videos out. So we'll be back on Friday. We'll do the regular first Wednesday of the month stream for the channel members and Patreons. But we're just going to do Monday, Friday now, me and Gem, 6 p.m. GMT. So set a reminder on your phone for 6 p.m. Friday. And I'll be on about 7 a.m. on Sunday for a solo stream. So set a reminder if you want to get involved in that.
And you can hang out with us in between streams on the Discord server if you're a channel member or a Patreon.
And do follow us on the Instagram, hench_herbivore.
Gemma_herbivore.
Do loads of posts, loads of stories so you can see what we're up to. Oh, and Cowboy's got one as well. Cowboy
_herbivore. He's been a bit slack the last few days, so lazy.
Terrible. Get him out of here. Anyway, we hope to see you Friday, guys. Thanks for hanging out. It's good night from me.
Good night from me.
Good night.